Right, we're live. So, hi and welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, welcome. My name's Simone, and today I'm so happy to have Kenyetta from René channel live on my channel this week. So, how are you doing, Kenyetta?
I am good. I am great. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm just so pleased. I've been so excited all week about having you on the channel. So, yeah, it's great to have you here. So I've got some questions from some ladies that I'm going to read out in a bit, and then Ryan, he's just given me like a long list of questions that he wants me to ask you as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and anybody who it comes in on the live, feel free to leave any messages or questions for Kenyetta. So, hi Roxy, so good to see you.
Hey, Roxy.
Um, I'm so happy that you've come on. I was going to be having Roxy on um this coming Sunday, but I've been so snowed under with like so much stuff. So I've said I want to make sure that the highlight video is nice and everything. So we're going to do it the week after. So I'm really excited about that live. So my first question, Kenyetta, is tell us a little bit about yourself and about your channel.
Okay. Well, my name is Kenyetta, and my channel's name is René. I've been in these YouTube streets for about 2 years now. I initially started it to have documentation of what we were doing day in and day out because my husband was a truck driver over the road, so we would only see him periodically every now and then. So I did it for him to watch and see what we've been doing and getting into, but I turned it into me loving to show what I like to do and just being able to go back and see those memories because I've always been that person or mom or anything of that nature that has like 15,000 photos and videos in her phone and it's always full. So I was like, why not I share that, So yeah.
I'm the same. I've got it. I think it's crazy nowadays because you have, like the Google Photos, you end up just taking so many, don't you?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
just
your
want to leave.
so your husband Dion has come on, so that's
Oh gosh.
Chronicle Absolute, and he says, "Oh, band of the curly hair," and Dr. Suzette and Carl Avery Cooper. Hi, friends. Our channel is Dr. Carl Books. Okay, thanks for that. So brilliant. The next question, so it kind of leads on to what you were saying about why you wanted to start your channel. So what is the main content, or do you have a niche, or is it lots of, for people that have never seen your channel before? Is it like, I can't even get my words out. Let us know a bit about different types of content.
Okay. Initially I started out as a planner girl. A planner mom. I still am into planning and I love stickers. I love crafting and all that type of stuff. So I started out with just planning, and then I was like, well, I love vlogs, and I knew I had all that stuff on my phone still. So I was like, I should try and share that. And at first, I started out doing it without even showing my crew. Like I was editing and cutting them out, so they're very, very choppy. And then afterwards, I was like, I'm going to let my babies be in this, before everything else happened within the YouTube streets. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share that, and I do. I share that. I share my love for crafting. I share my love for helping others. I'm a little bit of everything, y'all. I'm small, but I'm mighty. Like I sprinkle a little bit of everything around.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And what days do you usually upload?
My schedule currently is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I just got off of doing Vlogtober, and that was lovely. It was a lot, but I did it. Yay me! So, and I post 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. And do you think you'll do the Vlogmas as well now you've had a taste for the Vlogtober?
It's in my book. It's my book.
Yeah.
I might do the 12 days of Christmas or something, unless I have some stuff already built up because I've been working on stuff already prior for Vlogtober. So I mean Vlogmas.
Brilliant. Hi, Darcy. And Roxy says, okay, ads are done. Now I'm here. So good to have you on, Roxy. And hi, Sky. Oh, I'm so happy that you're on this live again. So Sky's based over in Australia. So we're getting an international audience, and Darcy's in Canada. And then we've got Roxy in Hawaii. So that's awesome, isn't it? So what I thought I'd do is a lot of the questions that have been asked are to do with now, but I wanted to kind of like go back a bit to get to know you more. Like, obviously, you've shared some things on your live and in vlogs before, but in case anybody hasn't watched any of that content, I'd love to know where you was born.
Okay, well, I was born in Alabama. I am from I'm about 45 minutes to 30 minutes from Montgomery. I was born in Montgomery, Alabama, but I am originally from Opelika, Auburn, Alabama. That's where my family is at. And I'm an ex-military child. So I have been traveling the world since I was 10 months old. And we retired. My dad retired here in 2004 here in Georgia. So here we are.
Wow, that is amazing. We've just got a few more ladies that have come in as well. We've got Bianca. Hi, Bianca. Thanks so much for coming on. Michelle over in Australia. So Tom's son is eating some Weetabix, so she's been able to hop on. And Roxy's saying hi to Bianca. Hi, Darcy. And hi, Michelle. So I'm going to make sure I keep up on all of these messages. So which countries have you visited then? Some of the countries.
We first lived in Germany. I was there from the age of 10 months to 3 years old. Then we left there and we went to Maryland, and we lived in Maryland for about 2 years. And then once we left Maryland, we moved to Virginia. And then once we left Virginia, we moved to Washington State. And then we went to Turkey. We lived in Turkey for 2 years. Then we went to Washington State. And after Washington State, we retired here in Georgia. So, yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of places, isn't it? Do you speak any languages?
I know a little Turkish. I know a little German. I know a little Spanish.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. So, the next question is, how did you meet your hubby, Dion?
Oh gosh, my husband. I met him on an online dating site, and he was quite. When we actually met in person, he was quite different because he was acting shy. He wouldn't talk to me. I'm sitting here, thinking to myself, like, we talk on the phone all the time. Why are you acting so weird? What's wrong with you? There's something I need to know. Do I need to leave now? Like, what's going on? Like, this is not right.
Yeah.
But he's really shy, and I'm shy as well. But once I get comfortable with someone, or like, for instance, you guys, when I get comfortable with y'all, I open up a little bit more. If I don't know you, then I'm going to stay in my shell, So that's kind of how he is. But he's gotten better over the years, so I give him a thumbs up.
Oh, that's awesome. So Bianca's saying, wow, you're well versed and traveled Kenyetta. You really are. And this is my mum, Mrs. G. She's saying I can see you speaking, but it keeps freezing. Yeah, we've been having some internet problems, but as long as you can hear us, mine's always like really dodgy. Mine. Tell the truth, babe. Dion saying.
Go handle the crew, mister.
So Roxy wants to know, what year did you meet him?
We met in 2000. Oh my goodness, little mama was about 10 months when we met. So that was 2010. We met in February, but we started talking and actually met officially in September of 2010. That's when we started dating. So yeah, we'll say that.
Was he from the same state as you then, or was he living somewhere else?
Mm-hmm, yeah, he's from Georgia. So
Oh,
just about maybe 20 minutes from where we are, something like that, 30 minutes. So yeah.
oh wow. And what was it like? Was you really nervous when you first met? Where did you meet?
I was not nervous. I was good. Let him tell you. He will say otherwise, but believe me, he does not remember what happened. We actually met up first at Marble Slab, this ice cream spot that's here. We met up for like 20 minutes because he had to go run and take his sister to work, and we didn't have that much time, but that was our official first date. And he was just all nervous and he wouldn't talk and he was just sweating like crazy. And I'm sitting there like, hey, what kind of ice cream do you want? What kind of this do you want? Like, just trying to make conversation. And I'm thinking, okay, something's wrong with him. He's going to kill me later on. I need to leave him alone. Like, what's going on? Because he's not acting right. But he turned out to be good.
Yeah. Oh, that is. Oh, I love hearing about how people met. Oh, that is so awesome. And what was he like the next time? Did you talk again, like on the phone? And did he like say, "Oh, I'm sorry for being shy," or what happened?
Well, no, we talked on the phone, and I know one conversation we had, we stayed up to like 6 a.m, and I knew I had to be to work and he had to be to work, but neither one of us wanted to get off the phone. So this was the conversation that we had when I was talking about marriage. And I said, well, I'm going to marry you, just so you know that we're going to get married. And he was like, yeah, right. No, we're not. I'm not doing that, blah, 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 blah. And based off of his background and how he was brought up, which I'll let him speak more into that, it wasn't going to happen. That's what he said. So I said, okay, we'll see. I'll show you. And here we are. We got married.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that is so awesome. Michelle is saying, lol, that would make me sweaty and nervous. And but is it like going out on a like do you mean like going out like first time and meeting someone, Michelle? And Della Sports, Ryan is saying, hi guys, awesome vibes. Thanks so much, Ryan. And Dion is saying, oh Lord, give me strength.
He's showing out, y'all. Don't pay him no mind.
And Roxy loves it. And then we've got, how soon until you knew that you were going to marry him? Was it the first date that you said that you was going to marry him?
It was a few conversations later on because I was a single mom of 2 already. And I knew that I, don't want anybody just jumping in and jumping out of my cruise life. I'm okay with me, but not that I wanted that, but if that was to have happened, I'm okay. I can deal with it. So I didn't introduce him to anybody. So it was a good, I'm going to say a year into our relationship that I told him that we had that conversation that I was telling y'all about earlier. And we ended up going to Stone Mountain for our second. Well, we went to a Subway place for our second date. And then we went on the third date to Stone Mountain. It's this big, huge mountain you have to climb and exercise. And we didn't make it up that mountain. We made about halfway because we were pooped. We couldn't do no more. It was too hard. So that's when I kind of knew, and I actually prayed for him. I prayed to God to have him send me someone who was Christian and who was going to help me take care of my kids and be good to my kids and be good to me, and just us have a good union and things like that. And yeah, that was it. That was pretty much it. So.
Oh, that is so nice. But Dion, you can just see that he is such a lovely, lovely, caring guy. Sorry. I'm just having a look at. Will you just check the messages? Yeah, we know the screen's frozen. Sorry, Kenyetta. Ryan just came in then and said about the screen being frozen. And Roxy said, love hearing that you prayed for him. And
I did.
Michelle said as well, love that your prayers were answered. I know, I really love that. What did your mum and dad think when they met Dion for the first time?
My mom doesn't play any games, okay? You would think that she was the one in the military, but she's not. And my dad doesn't speak many words too much, okay? So he had his gun ready pretty much. Because he doesn't play any games, all right? But my mom was just like, take care of my babies, if he hurt you, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna call your uncles. I'm gonna call your other uncles, and your cousins gonna come and snatch him up. Pretty much. They, in the end, they grew. They grew to like him. But he was so timid, y'all. Like he was so shy and so scared of her. And I'm like, this is my mom. She's cool. What are you talking about? She's not scary. This is because we grew up just being playful and loud and exciting, and especially when the game's on, we're really excited and loud. When we get around family, we're really, really, So he's not used to that. He's so on the softer side of things, and he had to get used to that real quick because that's how we do things in this house. So
he has to fit in quickly.
Right.
And we've got a question from Della Sports. How do you guys deal with challenges on a daily basis?
Ooh, a lot of prayer. A lot of God and me time. We actually discuss things. We talk about things a lot. He's the type that he doesn't have to pull things out of him. Where I'm used to just, okay, we need to talk about this. We need to get this taken care of. Let's go ahead and do it now. Chop, chop, chop. No wasting time. That's just how I was brought up. We need something done. Go ahead and take care of it. And he's more of the kind where you just kind of sit on your hands and just wait and kind of figure it out as it goes. And I'm like, no, let's find a solution. So when we have issues in that department, I have to learn to kind of bring myself back some. And have and understand that he's not fully going to understand all the way, but then I have to also to listen to his point of view because I'm so used to just doing things, and that's more of the single mom streets that I used to be on before I met him, and I'm used to just kids need this, I got to do it. So we just kind of balance it. Sometimes we need days apart, and it's okay. I'm true and real. We have to have our time apart. I need my me time, okay? And as well as he needs his time. So we definitely just try to talk it out. Try not to go to bed mad. Those things like that. Just try to talk it out beforehand and build up to what we know we want to be for our relationship. Pretty much. Yeah.
I love that. Michelle said, "Haha, the gun ready," and Roxy said, "How soon did you all get married after knowing him?"
We got, and he proposed to me June 25th, 2014. That's after us being together for 3 years. And we got married October 8th, 2014.
Okay, and the next question, we've got a question from Bianca. Did you discuss how many kids you both wanted early on?
Good question. Yes, we did. I knew that I had 2 prior, and he already has 1 prior as well from another relationship. So I grew up wanting twins because I was a twin. So I just knew I was gonna have twins, and I'll have my boy and my girl. It'd be good, but that's not what God led me to have. So I knew that I wanted to attempt to have an even number. I wanted, 2 girls, 2 boys, or a boy and a girl. However, that didn't happen. That's okay. And now, my factory is shut down, so we can't have any more. And now he wants a little girl now. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, honey, but we can't do that. Unless God works a miracle, we're not having any more. So yeah, we did.
That kind of, I'm just going through my questions. Evita, that kind of like a similar question. She said, will you and your husband be having any more children? So that answers that, doesn't it?
No, ma'am. Unless we get a dog or, some type of animal or pet.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, Ryan. Okay. The next question is, Jay has asked, where do you hope to be in the next 5 years?
That's a good question. I ask myself that question a lot. Y'all would not believe how many times I ask myself that. Because I want us to, by this time, the next 5 years, the crew will be out of school. They will be graduating high school, a few of them. And I want to be on a front porch somewhere with some sweet tea in my hand and feeling the breeze and just relaxing. That's what I want.
Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds so nice. Dion has said we aren't perfect in expressing ourselves, but I found that we seem to be getting better. So I'd say it's a work in progress.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it. It's like you grow together, don't you? It's not that you get married and then that's just it. You've got to always grow together, haven't you? And get through the challenges and then come back, come through it stronger, don't you?
Exactly. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And Roxy said that she said, love that, Dion. And then we've got Bianca saying, oh, a girl puppy would be the sweetest. I know. Yeah, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? And then the last message is, yes, sweet tea on a porch. I love that. I love that as well. That's so nice. And then Jay has asked, when you become massive on YouTube, how do you plan to maintain relationships you've got through YouTube and the new ones?
So I spoke about this before in a few videos, and I think even some lives, that I'm going to still remain Kenyetta. I am. No matter how big each one of us may get, I'm going to still be me. If you need to call me at 2 a.m. because something's going on, I may not be in the same country or state, but look, I'm going to be there to listen to you, you know. I'm going to be me. And that's all I can do is be me. You know, not everybody's going to like me. And I have to learn that over the years of growing up. And I get it because growing up, I thought, oh, we're going to be all peaches and cream. Everything's going to be great. We're all going to be friends because the world is just awesome. No, I learned that real quick. But I plan on just being the same me. I'm going to say, hey, girl, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, did you see that new this and this? I love that video. Like, I'm going to still continue to push you all. And I push y'all more than I push myself, I think, sometimes, y'all. So, yeah. Hopefully maintain the same.
Oh, that's awesome. And the next question is, does it make you nervous on how you will do it all? Like when you blow up, does it make you nervous how you'll manage to do everything?
Sometimes, yeah. I think about the future and I wonder if I'll be able to maintain it. Will it make me go crazy? Like, will I be able to still smile at the end of the day? You know, because I'm a very private person. I really am. Like I said, once I get comfortable with you all or some people, then I open up a little bit more. And I've always been that way. But I don't like people in my business. I really don't. So that's something that kind of concerns me because I know there's some crazies out here that try to find your address and pop up on you and it's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I have a whack-em stick. Don't come for me because I will whack you with it. Come on.
Yeah. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Because when you see these bigger YouTubers and then people are making videos about them, about what they're wearing, what they're doing, about the kids and everything, it's like overwhelming, isn't it? And it was just like, there's normal people, aren't they?
Right. They think that some people think that they're just so, they put them above, think they're just on the throne. And I'm like, no, look, I'm just like you. I had a breakdown yesterday. Okay. I yelled at my child yesterday or whatever. Like, I'm not perfect, but y'all need to understand that I'm just like y'all. I have struggles with money. A lot of people don't get that. They think that, oh, because you're huge, you have all this, you don't have anything to worry about because you got everything you want. But some people are still not happy with that, So
yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's so easy, isn't it, to think that, you see overnight sensations on YouTube and it's easy to assume that everybody's just blown up, but it takes a lot of hard work, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
It's a lot of juggling. It's like not easy at all. And I think this could lead on to the next question, actually. Like, do you think, was it hard getting to that 1K? And what did it feel like when you got to 1K?
I feel like the journey to 1K was my hardest journey ever. Okay. Because I have lost so many, well, I won't say so many. I lost a few people along that journey. And that's another video for another day. But even within that, a lot of people were portraying to be one way and they weren't, and I'm being who I am, just naturally nice and kind. And I'm like, okay, I don't like my kindness to be taken for weakness, you know, and that makes me want to be my true Aquarius self, you know, and you know, it's like once I get burned by you, we're done. It's a wrap, you know. So, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but this journey has been something, and I have learned a whole lot and then some about this journey to just 1K, let alone these YouTube streets, because I was completely fooled by how I thought it was before I got into them.
Deanna said I can answer that. If she gets famous, we are visiting every single one of y'all. And he said here, so Hawaii is on the list, Isle of Man is on the list, Australia, look out, we're coming, Cali, where you at, Mississippi, can't forget about you.
That is true. We talk about that all the time. I'm always like, babe, we can do this. Let's go visit so and so. When everything's over and done with, I wanted to have like this humongous meetup, and like, you know, all of us trying to figure out ways for us to all meet up and then run around the hit. So it's like, okay, well, we'll think of another way to get that happening.
I would love that. I think it would just be so amazing, especially, you know, like the people that you've been friends with for such a long time, and say if there's some people from the beginning, say like Sky, who's on the chat, she's not making content at the moment, but you know, I was watching her videos when she was, say, like over a year ago, and it's so nice that the, you know, you can keep the friendships going. But like when you were saying about some of the people on the way, are there any people that you support and they support you who have been there from day dot, like one of your first subscribers?
Well, my top 5, I can tell you who they were. It was Dion, my mom, my sister-in-law, my brother, and my other sister-in-law. That's my top 5. So nice. Okay.
That's so nice.
And my mom doesn't watch, but it's okay. The fact that I showed her how to log in, and she's like, "Oh, what's this?" So, you know, I showed her the ropes of it. She's like, "Oh, I love it. I can watch my fishing stuff now." So she doesn't watch me; she watches fishing on YouTube. But it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. Your family was your first like supporters, and like, you know, we've got Dion here now supporting you, and it's just so nice that, you know.
But also, I would probably say Avita. We met like I think over a year and a half ago, and we've been rocking it together ever since.
Oh, that's so awesome, isn't it? I love that. The next question on here is, how important do you feel is goal setting, especially for your YouTube channel?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think it's extremely important, because if you don't set goals for yourself to achieve, and even if you don't achieve them, you still set that goal. At least for me, I know I've had goals plenty of times that I didn't hit, but I still just rolled them over into the next month, you know. And I have like a little board where my little desk is over there, and I have like little sticky notes, and I'm like, okay, Kenyetta, you can do this. All right, girl, you got this. Okay, go, you know, just trying to keep myself motivated, because there've been several times, it seems like every other day or every other week, I'm like, okay, no, I'm done. I can't do no more. This is getting too much for me. You know, I just have those moments where I'm like, ooh, okay. And, you know, I try not to portray it, like show it out through the house and things. I don't want my crew to be like, Mom, what's wrong? This and this and this. And I do let them see me sad, you know, because I don't want them to think that, oh, my mom's a robot and she doesn't have any emotions. Oh, no, your mama has a lot of emotions. That's why you all are the way you are. Okay? But I definitely believe that setting goals are very important, because if you don't, I mean, what do you really have to strive for? I mean, personally, my personal belief, what do you have to try to shoot for? Like, for instance, my goal for 4K. You know, in the beginning, I was kind of showing it out. I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm trying to get there. I appreciate it. And I thank each and every one of y'all for helping me reach up to the point now. And I'm almost at 3,500. So we're getting there, you know.
So good.
Yeah.
Almost there. So is it 500 hours you've got left to get to your 4K? Is it, Kenyetta?
Just about. I'm like 448. 3,448 is where I'm at. So we're getting there.
Oh my gosh. So anyone who's watching, I know that Sky messaged me and she said that she'd been over and she'd been watching some of your playlists. Jim's come on, Bahama Jim as well. Hi Jim. If any of you haven't been over and watched some of Kenyetta's older videos, she's got playlists. Watch like a watch hour playlist, haven't you? So if you want to go over, help her to get to that 4K, that would be absolutely amazing. Every time I click on her, I think Roxy's the same. We're just waiting for that ad to come up. Celebration time, hey. And Sky said that she had a breakdown yesterday. Oh gosh, it's like a roller coaster, isn't it? And Roxy said, yes,
there?
meet up, wahoo. I think, yeah, Kenyetta's back. Yes, meet up, wahoo. And I'm just making my way down. Hi, Jim. I so would love to do a meetup. Yeah, it would be so amazing. I still want to go to Hawaii. Every time I see Roxy, it just makes me want to go.
I know. Yes.
Oh, it'd be lovely. And we've got another question. Do you share your YouTube to your friends, old classmates, Facebook, or is it a secret and only family and close friends know about your YouTube?
It's a secret. I shared out with a few, but I don't think they realized. Like I said, hey, go check out my channel, and I don't think they did. I had one from that actually subscribed to me. She was on one of my lives one time, so that was pretty cool. She actually came up on the panel. I think it's like my first or second live I did, so that was pretty cool to have somebody that actually has been around me for years and known me, in the flesh and not just internet, not that I'm different, I'm still the same, but and I keep it for my family, y'all. I do because it's mine. I keep telling everybody, it's mine. Like, it's my thing. I don't want you to come on here talking about this and that, or you feel like I'm acting this way because I'm not. We're family, but we're not around each other all the time. So you don't know how I truly act on a day-to-day basis, only when we have like family functions and things like that, So I didn't want any of that coming from my family because I'm pretty sure I would get a little bit of it. So I just kept it to myself. Yeah.
I think that's a good thing about YouTube, though, isn't it? It's like your baby. You can do whatever you want. Bring whatever content that you want, and it's so. Right. I just love it, and I love it for the friendships. To be able to meet so many different people from around the world, and I don't know. Do you feel as well? It's just a big part of your life now. Like, do you feel like that as well? Like, that's how I feel.
It definitely is. I'm always recording something. And the crew's like, Mom, grab your camera. I know you want to record this if I don't already have it out, and they're like, oh, like today, I'm sitting here thinking, oh, snap, I got to get my vlog up for today. And I'm like, wait, it's no more Vlogtober. I'm good. Like, I don't have to. I can be back on my regular schedule. So I'm sitting there looking like, something's supposed to happen today. What do you do? I'm thinking about like, wait.
Roxy says, meet up in Hawaii, definitely. I've got to have some Kona coffee over there. I keep seeing Roxy make the Kona coffee on a morning and it just makes me want to go. Muhammad Jim said, I love Hawaii. My mum wanted to go there. And Sky said, I got a feeling you'll have your watch hours late this afternoon, Australian time, lol. I really hope so. That would be fantastic, Sky.
You're awesome. I appreciate that.
She said that she's going to binge watch you some more today, so that's good, isn't it?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then we've got Jim saying, yes, you channel your mindset. He said.
Mm-hmm.
And Roxy, I understand, I agree, it's our baby and we can do whatever we want on YouTube. Yes, part of our life. Yeah, that's what I love about it. I think if you know people who know you're watching it, it can kind of make you not want to share kind of as much sometimes, in a way, when people don't know you. It's like you can be yourself more, can't you?
Yes. Definitely.
And then he said, heck yeah, do your thing and evolve. Yeah, definitely, Jim. I agree with that. So we've got another question here about from Jay. What career did you plan to go into when you left college?
Ooh, so I was supposed to be a elementary school teacher. I was going to teach kindergarten. I did, however, do teaching. But I did it in the daycare field, not in the elementary school, because I wanted to be able to be with my crew. And at that time, that was the most feasible thing for me to do. And then I know back in high school, my best friend at the time, we were supposed to have our own business to where she would major in like financing and administration, things like that, the business aspects of stuff. And I would actually have the daycare. So we're going to have like this hotel and have a daycare facility in there. She would run the hotel part of it, and I would do the daycare facility part of it. So, but it never happened. The things we dream about when we were in high school. So, yeah.
Yeah, things change, don't they? And then when kids come along, things change even more, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest thing you've learned from YouTube?
Ooh. I've learned a lot more about myself and what I will tolerate and what I will give out. I know everybody talks about being consistent and all the mechanics of the YouTube aspect of it, but as for me, I have helped myself grow so much since I've been on YouTube. At least I feel like, I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I feel like I have grown a lot because if you go back to some of my older videos, you'll see how shy and timid I was with things. And I think I was watching so many other people that I was kind of turning into them. And I'm like, hold on, that's not me. No, I'm not going to do that. So that's when I started to learn how to balance it and be more of myself and be Kenyetta.
Yeah. I think it can be nerve-wracking though, can't it? Like at the beginning when I look back at some of mine, I feel like I'm stiff, and I don't want to be saying like ums and ahs all the time and everything, and then the editing's like a bit choppy and all of that. So it's amazing. Like Jim was saying about evolving, it's amazing how your content evolves, you as a person evolves, the way that you are. It's an amazing thing, isn't it? You're saying YouTube is a good therapy if you focus. If you focus, lol the politics, and then he said sorry, big fingers. And then another question is, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Ooh, I want to be invisible. I want to be invisible so that I can go and just hear what everybody's got to say, like your true feelings, I always want to know how people are feeling or what you're thinking. I ask Hubby all the time. When he's like staring off and I ask my crew, I'm like, what are you thinking right now? And they look at me like, what? Like, what? Why are we asking? I just want to know what you're thinking. You look like you're thinking. So what are you thinking? Yeah. Tell me. Talk to me. I'm like, okay.
I do that with Brian. I'll say that. Like, what are you thinking? And he's like, I'm not thinking about anything. And the kids, they say the same as well. Yeah, exactly. And this is another question. I don't know if it's similar to one of the previous questions. How do you deal with setbacks? I'm wondering whether that's on YouTube. And if you have any setbacks, any examples?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, definitely do have setbacks. How I handle it, I just have to continue to write in my journal, and I write what I'm thankful for. Every morning I wake up and I tell God what I'm thankful for. I write it down. Journaling helps me out a lot. I like that too because I get to go back and read how I was feeling, at that time, just in case it happens again. I'll look back to this date and just kind of skim through it. And as far as like the setbacks with YouTube, I do that as well. I still write in my journal. I still set that, like I was talking about before, how I set those goals. Even if I don't reach it, I still set it and I just roll it over into the next month. And I go to you all, honestly, I go to your channels and I'm like, okay, Simone did awesome on this. That made me happy. Oh, or Jay did this, or Evita did this, or Jess did, like all these people I watch, I'm like, oh, they did this. That brings me joy. That helped me to get out of my little funk, if I don't hit something or if I have a setback. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that is so true that though, isn't it? I think you get so much pleasure in seeing others do well. So when, say like when Roxy got monetized or when someone hits 1K, it's like it feels like it's you it's happening to in a way, because I think we're all like one
Right.
big
Like a
group of
party.
friends now. Yeah, it's
Right, right.
amazing. And Sky said, "Oh, I want to be a part of the gang. I'm picking up my camera tomorrow, lol." You should, Sky. She,
Bring it
like I
on.
said,
Bring
it's
it
been a
on.
while since it's been a while since she's made content, Kenyetta, but she honestly, her content was fantastic, and editing and her as a person as well. So Sky, I think you should, and there's going to be loads of women who'll love your content definitely. And Jamie's
I'm gonna check
saying
out what you said.
setbacks. Yeah. What? Oh, I've missed a question. Do you think you'd want to be an elementary school teacher or be a daycare preschool teacher now?
Ooh, I would probably want to do the school system. That's what my first love was. Since I was in first grade, I wanted to be a teacher. So, we're out for school for summer and things. I'm always playing school with my dolls or have my friends come over. My mom's like, I have her be one of the students and I'm the teacher. And she's like, okay, don't get carried away. Like I've always had that in me to be a teacher. So I would think I want to do the school system because I've been in the daycare world, for 10 plus years. So I definitely would like to go back to my true passion, which is what I majored. I did that in high school as well, early childhood education in high school. So it's, like I said, been in my bloodline for me to do this since I was in first grade. So yeah, definitely would do the school system.
Oh, that's awesome. So do you think in the future that is something that you'll pursue again, Kenyetta?
Ooh, no, 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 not in
No,
the future.
no.
I'm kind of burnt out now, because I have been doing
Yeah,
stuff and I have my own crew, because
yeah.
when I was teaching in the daycare field, I would try to stay like with the babies because I knew that if I were in the 3-year-old room, I have to go home to a 3-year-old. So I'm not getting a break from the 3-year-olds, if you understand what I'm saying. So that would be a little too much for me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh
So
gosh,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. Ideally, would you say with YouTube, like would you love it to be like a full-time thing where you can make like a full-time income from it, or has it always been like a hobby you've wanted to do, like if you like do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It in the beginning it was just a hobby, and now it's like, okay, well, the more that I do homework on it, and meaning researching things of how YouTube works, I want it to be something that I can leave for my crew.
Yeah.
And for the ones who don't know, when I say crew, I mean my kids. So I want to be able to have a brand for them. I want to leave them something. So if I can work towards it, then definitely, because I have that drive to do it, and I know I can get that. If I put all my all into it, definitely.
Yeah. And Roxy said it was nice to be the preschool teacher when you didn't have kids. I agree, lol. Yeah, that must be crazy. That if
Yeah.
you, like you were saying, if you're with that age group all day and then you're going home, like there's no break at all, is there?
Right. Right. So I stuck with the
Um,
babies.
Same. I felt the same, Kenyetta. And Yasmin is here. Hi, Yasmin. Really nice to have you on the chat. So if anyone has any other questions, please leave them down below for Kenyetta. And the last question from Jay is, describe your perfect Christmas.
Ooh, Christmas is my favorite, y'all. I love Christmas. Um, I would want to have snow. We live in Georgia, so we don't get snow very often. And I kind of got spoiled being that I was in the military. So when we lived in Washington State and we lived in Virginia and Maryland, we had snow all the time. We were matter of fact, we were in about 2 or 3 blizzards too through my life. So, we've dealt with some snow. But it's
Yeah,
just so pretty to have the snow and the Christmas tree and the lights and just having my main thing is just the family. I'm such a family oriented person. I think I get that from my parents as well as my grandma and my grandpa. They were huge, especially my grandma, huge on family. And, I try to instill that with my crew to let them know that you don't have to have a lot. You don't have to have everything in the world. You can make something, and that'll mean the world to somebody. You don't always have to buy things, and not getting anything wrong for people who do buy, because I do buy things, but it's a feeling that I don't know if I can really explain, but I just love the feeling of joy that I get from seeing my family and cooking and just being around and talking about old times, things like that. So Christmas is my thing. Yes.
Oh, awesome. And Yasmin saying, hello, woohoo, yahoo. And Roxy's asking, how is the house hunting going?
So it's going okay. We put it kind of on hold for right now because we're trying to finish building up credit and things like that. So hopefully in January we'll be picking back up on that, and hopefully it'll be our own, because the prices that they want you to pay to rent, I'm like, I could pay that for my own house. So I was like, I don't want to pay anybody else that amount, except for myself. So so we just been.
It's a shame, isn't it? They do charge a lot, don't they, for renting? Mm-hmm. It's extortionate. And next we've got Yasmin. I love that name. I know it is lovely. And Yasmin's asking how everyone is doing. I'm doing really well. And how are you doing, Kenyetta?
I am good and happy. Yes.
Oh, that is awesome. And then Sky has said, me too, can't wait for Christmas. I'm in Australia, no such thing as a white Christmas, lol. I know it'll be boiling over there in Sydney, won't it?
Oh my goodness. My dad's been to Australia. We actually have he brought back the oh my gosh, I forgot the name of it. Oh my goodness, it's downstairs. It's a you blow into it and it makes like a, oh my gosh, I forgot the name.
Oh, did you redo?
Yes, we have one. Yeah. My dad brought it back from Australia when he went, and we tried it.
Awesome.
Oh, that you have to have great lungs to do that. Okay.
My brother's got one, a huge one, and he can do it. I couldn't do it though. Can any of your family like play it? I don't even know. Is it called playing it?
My dad did it for like 2.5 seconds, so he's the record holder right now.
Oh my God! As the had to go with it.
Yes, we have a lot of different things from traveling. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. That like when you're saying all about family and being able to have a laugh, having a go on that, all the kids.
Oh,
and Jessica, mental health mummy's on. She said that she was watching the ad, so I don't know if she's on right now. But don't worry about being late, Jessica. But if you have any questions, then please leave them in the in the live chat thing. Yeah. And then Yasmin's just saying hi to Bianca, and Crystal's on. Hi, Crystal. So glad to have you here. We've got all the ladies here. If you have any questions for Kenyetta, please can you leave us one, Crystal? And then I'm nearly all caught up now on the messages. Yasmin's just saying hi to Crystal. Hi, Roxy, here with both channels. And Roxy's saying that she'd like to visit Australia one of these days. I would really like to visit Australia. Would you fancy visiting the Kenyetta?
Oh yeah, I would love to visit. My dad's got a lot of privileges being he was military. So he actually been to Korea. He's been to Zambia. He's been to Egypt. He's been stationed in Iraq and Afghanistan. He's been to Spain. I can't really name all of the places. He's been all over, So it was pretty cool when he got back because he had like a goodie bag and we just dump it out and just pick things we want. So it's pretty cool. That's our favorite part.
That is amazing. Crystal was saying, I thought the live started at 1 my time, but forgot the time changed. Yeah, last week. I got it wrong because our clocks went back last week, so it was 4 o'clock on I think your time, wasn't it, Kenyetta? So like Evita messaged Jay and said, it's not the right time. So this week I checked again, and now we're back to 5 hours difference. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's like a week. Why it doesn't change on the same day? Why is it a week difference? It's crazy, isn't it?
It
And
is different, I tell you.
Roxy's saying hi to Jessica, and Crystal saying hi. And Dion has asked, what location would you like to visit but haven't?
Um, I want to go to Czechoslovakia just because I like the name. I like saying that. I also want to visit Korea because my best friend, she's Korean and Black. So we always said we were going to go travel there. We didn't, but maybe it's one day in the future. I don't know. And I want to go to Thailand as well as Paris. We were actually supposed to be stationed in Belgium before we got actually stationed in Turkey. We were stationed in Izmir, Turkey. So we were I don't know why they switched it up, but I was really excited because I was going to be able to go to see the Eiffel Tower and all that type of stuff. And the military changed their mind. So, but yeah, I would love to go to those places.
Oh, that would be really nice to go there. I've been to Paris before, and it was really, really nice, and the food was beautiful.
Oh, I know it was.
Bianca says, what motivates you to keep making content?
Honestly, you guys, because it's like, I think you said this last week or in a video last week, Simone, you were saying how sometimes you do feel down and you go get a comment and it's like, that's what I need, and that's definitely it. Cause I'll get messages or I'll get text messages and it's like, hey girl, just checking on you. You're doing great. Don't forget that. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord, for that. Cause I needed that, because I don't really voice when I'm feeling down too much, because I want to try to be as positive and happy as I can be. But sometimes, you got to do it. You got to show it because that's real life, but I don't want to bring anybody else down with my sadness sometimes, so that's why I appreciate you guys and my crew smiling in my face saying, Mommy, I'm about to cook. Let's record this video, or I'll do an unboxing like you did. Can I record it? So I let them record. They have had it. That's why my SIM card gets filled up so quick. So.
Oh, that is so nice. Yeah, you can't beat the community, and the comments do come right at that time, don't they? When you're like having a wobble and why am I making videos? And then you'll go on, and then someone will just write something, and it just picks you up for the day, doesn't it?
Right. Yes, it does. Yes.
Yeah. I love that about YouTube. Jessica said, I was late because I was just putting the girls down. I was breastfeeding both at the same time. Oh, bless you, Jessica. I hope you're doing well. And she's also commented, that's so cool, Kenyetta. Souvenirs are so fun when you know people who travel a lot. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
And everybody's just saying hi to each other in the chat. Hey, Dion. Hey, steak maker to Crystal. Funny. It's so good that you're still on, Michelle. That's awesome. Yeah, and Sky is saying that she'd love to go to London. Would you like to go to London, Kenyetta, as well?
I would. My dad's been there too. So, like he gets to go to all the cool places. So I definitely would, because he'll bring back all these treats and stuff. And I'm like, ooh, that was so good. I need like 10 more of those. He's like, oh, I only have one. So he can keep some for himself. I'm like, can we split it? He's like, no, it's mine.
Yeah.
So.
That's so good, isn't it, though? Like, growing up, you not only got to experience different cultures and places, but then when you came back, your dad, when he got stationed different places, come back and then give you like the souvenirs and things to try. I bet it was it really exciting when he got back? Did he have these?
Oh yeah, because he would have boxes be shipped over from wherever he was back here. So we'd be getting packages before he even got back home. Like last I think he went to Korea a few years back, and he had like 3 to 4 different huge boxes come in. And we're like, oh my gosh, what is all in here? Because you couldn't take it on the plane, so he had to ship it. And it was like this really cool blanket that I have to this day that I love because it's purple, and these different ones for the kids that they still have to this day. Like it's just so cool to experience all of that and just have the goodies. That's the main part we like, is the goodie part of it. So.
Oh, I love that. Would it be away? How would it be? Could it be like a long time, or was it short, or did it just depend?
It depends on. I know when I was in high school, it was my senior year, and they wanted to send us over to Korea. They wanted to station us to Korea. We were in Washington State at the time, and I'm like, I'm not gonna spend my senior year. I was like, it's my senior year. I don't want to spend it, overseas. Not that it would have been a bad thing, but I knew that the experience wouldn't have been the same because when I was living in Turkey and the older kids that were in high school, because they didn't have set out facilities for us to be in, being that we were Americans overseas, we had our elementary school was in an old tobacco factory. So I just remember us having all these stairs to go up, and then the high schools was in the same building, but they were in a different level. So to see how they graduated, which is pretty cool how they did it, because they got to have their graduation at Ephesus. So it was really nice to have that in their background of the old ruins and things like that. But I just knew that I didn't want to have my senior year be that way. Like I wanted to be a normal senior year, I guess, if that makes sense. So he went by himself for a year, and me and my mom and my brother just stayed home, and we held down the fort. So yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Kenyetta, my question, this is Crystal Evans, is are you a morning or a night owl? A morning person or a night owl?
I am a morning person. I used to be a night owl before I had kids, but I am a morning person. I will wake up at the crack of dawn, and I will respond back to comments. I will watch y'all videos, and I will, just have my peace of mind so that I can hear my brain and speak, have my devotional time with God and things like that, because I have to have that, or else I cannot function throughout the day fully. So yeah, morning person.
Awesome. I'd love to be a morning person. Like Jay was saying, she was one as well, but I'm such a night owl. And I think Crystal, you're a night owl as well, aren't you? Michelle said, I'm covered in peanut butter and have no sound, just trying to get kids to school, but this is giving me FOMO. What does FOMO mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Okay, if someone can let us know what that means. I don't know what that means. Jessica said, question for Kenyetta, what's your favorite video that you've made? That is a brilliant question.
My goodness. Okay, Jessica, let me think now, because I have over 300 videos on my channel. So oh my goodness,
that's hard, isn't it?
I guess it will be my first collab ever that I did, and I was extremely nervous because I didn't know what to do, if I was doing it right or if I said this right. So it was my first collab with Avita, with Ita Ray, and it was a planner collab. That was my favorite because it was my first, and to this day I go back and watch it now and I'm like, oh gosh, girl, why'd you leave that in there? Why didn't you fix that? I'm like, give myself, I should have done that. But I remember that moment like it was, I did it yesterday, because it was so cool to have somebody want to work with me. I'm like, I'm little old me. Nobody knows Kenyetta, so it was like, I'm so special.
Oh, that is so nice. Oh, that is lovely. It's so nice, though, isn't it, doing your first collab? It's a bit scary, but it is nice when someone reaches out to you and they want to do the collab with you. And then at the beginning, when they talk about you, and you're like, oh, it's so touching, isn't it?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I have to say, though, if people haven't seen the video, or last week when I did the shout out video, I love the collab that we did, the husbands one. I know I talk about it a lot. Yes. I just love it. I just love it so much. But I really love yours, and when you and Dion are together talking, and the banter that you have, and like if you'll say something in your face, like you're just the dynamics between the two of you, like the vlog that you did the other day when you was in the car and you was talking. I'm not joking. You two could be speaking for about an hour about just anything, and it just would go by so quickly. I just really love watching you guys.
Oh, thank you. And my face tells me all the time.
We've got a question here from Dion. What advice, tips would you give a brand new wife?
Oh my gosh. Man, I would have to say, uh, learn to compromise on a lot of things, and to just be forgiving, um, on certain things. I don't give them your, don't give yourself away per se. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say, but to learn how to work better together. So always, ask questions, always, um, see, um, I don't know. I'm trying to think about us. I'm trying to talk as if I can remember back when I was the first, when I was freshly married with him. And to be honest, our whole marriage up until now has been over the road. So I kind of, I was a married woman, but I was a single mom, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
hope that makes sense to you. So I jumped back into single mom mode and single woman mode and just had to learn how to do things. But I knew that I had to be there for him because there was one conversation that we had where he was working for one trucking company prior to getting on with Snyder and then being where he's at currently. And it wasn't going good. And I could tell by how he sounded how it wasn't going good. Okay. And so I think he called me. They was at a rest stop and he was like, I can't do this. I'm going to give up, blah, 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 blah. And I said, listen, you can't do that. You can't give up because you have to listen and think about us, what we have back here at the house. These three that are waiting for you to come home so that y'all can play blocks, so y'all can go outside and run. Like, you cannot give up. I know it's hard, but I told him you got to remember to keep praying. You got to remember to give it to God because despite the person that he was with when he was learning how to do things on his team, they were very not the best company to be with. Okay, there was a lot of things that we didn't necessarily agree with that he had to endure. So I just told him to be as strong as you can, and that's when I said, well, if you don't want to continue here because it's not paying the best, it's not treating you the best, it's a learning experience to take to where you need to go later. Because God's building you up to be somewhere else. So you have to remember that. And that's when I told him, I said, well, hey, look at this job here. And he checked out Snyder, and that's when things switch over and worked for the better. And God used him there for 5 years. And now, I try to be as supportive as I can, as much as possible. And I know that there's sometimes that he's like, oh my gosh, you get on my nerves. But I said, I know, but I love you though. And it's okay. But there are other times too where we have to really have a sit down. I'm like, look, I didn't like this, or you have to do this better, and I have to work on that better. Kind of give us suggestions. I periodically will say, hey, I'll ask, what can I do better? Or he'll ask, what can I do better? Just to try to keep building up, because honestly, since February of this year, we have actually been a married couple, if that makes sense, because we've been, like I said, over the road, and he only would come home every 2 to 3 weekends out the month. So,
wow.
We really haven't had a marriage, and honestly,
Wow.
if that makes sense. So, yeah, we've been learning to adjust and get better at talking and communicating, because I will communicate a lot of times a lot more than he will. But then there's sometimes where I'm just like, I don't want to talk right now. Don't bother me. But then I want him to like kind of pull and say, well, what's wrong? Because like I feel like I'm always doing that for others. I'm like, just ask me some more questions. So yeah, that's it.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So would you say then since February now, like being at home together more then, has it made you look at your marriage differently, or has it made you appreciate things more, or like has it just changed the dynamics for better or worse, like for example?
It definitely has changed it for the better, I feel. We're more connected with one another, like how we were before we actually got married. Honestly, before 3 years before we were married, we were pretty much a better team then than we, were these past 5 years, to be honest. And I know we always talk about we want to go back to that, or not necessarily go back to it, but build up from that, because what we dealt with and experienced during these 5 years of him being over the road and things, it definitely has created us to be closer and stronger in a lot of ways that we didn't realize how strong we were in, honestly. And we sit there and just like look at each other. Like this morning, we got up and I went out and got the crew situated and did some stuff. And I came back in and I heard him moving around. So I came with the vlog camera and I'm like, let's talk to the camera. Let's have a bed chronicles go on right now. Let's talk to the crew,
Yeah.
And he was just like, we need to do this more. We need to do that more. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. So yeah, definitely has made us stronger. Y'all know I love to talk. So yeah.
Oh, I think that is so awesome. And Elizabeth is saying, "Hey, ladies. I'm sorry if I'm a bit behind on the messages, but hi, Elizabeth. If you have a question for Kenyetta, then please leave us one. Any more questions? I'm loving all these questions that have been coming in. And Crystal has said as well that she's loving the questions. And
Y'all are
Sky,
challenging my brain to work today.
yeah, it's really awesome, all these different questions. And oh, do you know, Sky said, "Oh my G, can't believe you lived in Turkey. My partner is half Turkish, half Samoan."
Really? Oh, that's
How
so cool.
That is really cool. She's got a really her daughter is so gorgeous. She's called Talia. But yeah, that is amazing. And everybody's just saying hi to Elizabeth, and Ellen is on the chat. Nice to see you again, Ellen. A thumbs up. And and Crystal saying, "Oh, I remember in a video you mentioned you having your alone time in the morning."
Oh yeah, the crew knows that I have to have my alone time.
Yeah. Love your morning routine, Kenyetta, Elizabeth said. And Raheem, hi Raheem, and Jorge is on. That's Crystal's husband. Nice to have you on again. And fear of missing out, haha, Elizabeth saying. So, all right, that's it. It's fear of missing out.
Oh, gotcha.
Out.
I love it.
Thank
Okay.
you for that. Yeah, I'm not down with all the lingo.
I'm so behind.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I've ended up going right down to the bottom, but I think there's quite a lot of people that have come on now, which is really fab. So I'm gonna ask you another question. Lumix, we've got Lowell. So Jessica's on, Jessica Molan. Great to have you on. And I think I saw Jay. Jay's on as well, so that's good. Roxy said that she loved the collab as well. Their husband
did their thing. I love that. They did their thing on that.
And Jessica said that she loves collabs and she remembers her first one too. So that's really nice, isn't it? And shout out host, give you a thumbs up from Missouri. So we've got so many people that is on. Watching and listening from the Faroe Islands.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there's a lot. So Lauren Howarth, while I'm going through everything, Lauren Howarth asked, do you do New Year's resolutions? I think it was. Do you set yourself New Year's resolutions?
I don't. I guess I kind of turn them into goals because I used to do it so much back in years past, and I never stuck with it. Like I would do it for that first month. I'm like, yes, I can do this, and then it just kind of falls off, and I go back to my normal thing I would usually do, So what I've done since last year or the year before, I think even too, I turn them into goals, and once I hit that goal, I check it off. And I'm like, okay, even though I didn't get it in 6 months or 3 months, I got it within that year. So I'm happy. Yay me, so.
Yeah. Yasmin has said, Hannah, don't be shy to get to know them all in the chat. Are awesome content creators. Yeah, we've got so many lovely ladies in the chat right now. If you don't know each other, we've got so many messages. So just going to check if there's any more questions on there. And Lauren asked as well, which is kind of similar what we were talking about before, is what is your favourite thing about Christmas? But you said about family, didn't you, having all the family around?
Yes, yeah, that's the main thing. Yep. And eating, because I love food. So yeah, I'm a foodie.
Sky said, really enjoyed this live, ladies, but I got to go get my baby to school. I've got 2 iPads and a phone. I'll binge a few playlists today. Inshallah, you'll have all your hours this afternoon. So let's hope so. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, Kenyetta,
you're awesome. she's so close, ladies, to getting 4,000 watch hours. So we were saying that if there's any videos that you've missed, or if you want to pop on one of Kenyetta's playlists after this, it'd be fantastic. So Ellen is. I'm doing some ironing, folding some clothes here while listening to you lovely ladies. Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much, Ellen. I do that a lot. You do that sometimes, Kenya. I know you said before that you'll watch some videos in the morning, but do you multitask, like doing stuff and then watching videos?
Oh yeah, I'll put it on the big screen and I'll have it up loud enough to where I'm down throughout the house and things, and I can still hear it. And if I hear something that I really want to come back, I'll run through the hall and like try to see what it was. I'm like, wait, that sounds funny. Where did we go?
Oh my word, that is amazing. Do you know, if you're ever vlogging, you're gonna have to capture that. I just had visions of you cleaning in the bathroom and then running and popping your head around and watching.
I will work my best to get it.
That is so funny. I have to do that sometimes, like when my phone's not really loud and I'll have it say plopped up while I'm washing the dishes. And like say when Jay's video, when she was talking about the hairy hard bits, I was like, what? I have to rewind that a few times to hear what she
I had to pause and go back.
And I was like, what hairy hard bits? And then she kept saying it, and then that just had me in stitches. Oh, that was so funny. And then when she was mowing artificial grass, I had to rewind that as well. She really hoovering her grass outside.
I love that. I was cracking up so bad when I saw that. I was in tears laughing.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's crazy, isn't it? Someone's asked. They're talking about the lockdown in the UK. Yeah, the UK is going to be in lockdown. Over here, I've said before, we're totally back to normal. We don't have masks, social distancing, everything's open, but the borders have been shut. But I know in the UK, like my mum's been having to get shopping for the week because they've locking everything down again. So what is it like where you are, Kenyetta?
They're getting prepared to probably do the same. Everybody's out now buying freezers again, and stuff is starting to be low again on stock. We never really got replenished from the first round, honestly. I haven't seen Clorox wipes since February. So it's a lot. The toilet paper's still out on a few places, at least in my area. Some areas of Georgia have been doing good to get things back in stock, but my dad he's been going to check on family and stuff, in Florida and things like that. And he'll pick up stuff along the way when he does that. So we were able to get some Lysol spray. So that was great. But everything else is kind of still dwindling, and it's only going to get worse from what I hear. So just preparing to lock down.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So have the cases been shooting up where you are, like they have been in the UK as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's something else. Because that's a whole nother story, but yeah, it's something else. I've just been doing what I have to do to keep my family safe and getting our necessities, and that's all I can do. So
yeah. Yasmin said, "Oh, Elizabeth, I'm treading it a bit. The last one, my kids got bored, even if we did home activities and play." I think that's the thing. When it was last time, it was coming into summer, so. But now, with it being so cold over in the UK and it's dark at like 4:00 in the afternoon, it's not. It's not. You know what I mean? You got all the colds and illnesses anyway, and it's so dark. So, and that on top, it's not a nice situation, is it? And I've got to go and get ready for the day, so I'm going to have to cope with my FOMO. Thanks so much for coming on, Michelle. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a really good day. And awesome ladies in the chat, welcome. Football is just finished, thank the Lord. Because they've got like soccer on over here at the moment, so the professional sports are allowed, but anything is being cancelled now. Don't forget to like the stream. Yasmin saying yes, please. If you've not liked it, I can't see on how many like it, but yeah, if you've not, I would really, really appreciate that. And Jay's just saying hi to everybody. And we've got another question from Dion. How important is it to have a spa day for yourself?
Okay, look here, mister. I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's just I don't want to be in these Rona streets. Like I'm not for that. So I'm not doing any of everything. If I can go to a open playground, like park area, I will do that. If I can go to the store real quick, get in and get out, or buy it online and go pick it up, that's what I'm going to do. I
Yeah,
don't have a problem of being stuck in the house. I'm a homebody, so I'm good. Okay.
yeah,
It's just me finding different activities for the crew to do that we haven't done already. And
yeah,
everybody else in the house is like, oh my God, I need to get out. Because Dion still he goes to work every day, so he's able to get out the house and have some type of normalcy, but the rest of us, we're maintaining. We're maintaining. So
yeah, yeah.
I'm working on it.
And Zesty Girl Michelle was saying, is that Kenyetta 4,000? Yeah, she's so close. I don't know if you're still on, Michelle. But yeah, she said she's on it. So she'll hope I know that her son's got some accounts. So that's really kind. It'd be so good if everybody did watch. And then you could let us know whether it makes a difference, because that would be so awesome, wouldn't it, if everybody just watch, like even all of your Vlogtober videos that Kenyetta's been vlogging every day this month. If you've not checked out those videos. And Crystal said that she's going to play Kenyetta's playlist, so that's awesome.
Oh, thank you, Crystal.
And Jessica is as well. And
thank you, Jessica.
Hannah said, I had yesterday, I'm washing dishes and my 2-year-old is helping me wash dishes while doing my live streaming. Oh, that's really nice, isn't it?
I love
it. And Crystal is asking, how much do you need for your watch hours?
I checked this morning and I think it was 3,448 is where I'm at right now.
That is so close, isn't it? Does it fluctuate sometimes, like depending? Like, does it go up and down?
It was doing it a lot more like a couple months ago, but it's kind of slowed down with that. It's more of my subby count that's been doing that more than anything. So yeah, it's been crazy.
And then we've got I'm just going down. Oh, Jay's saying, I'm glad I make you all laugh with my craziness. Yeah, that was funny. And the self-care eating jelly in the bath had me laughing as well. And Zesty is saying that, she says, I'm on Vlogtober for you, K&A. And Elizabeth saying, buying freezers again. Yeah, is that what people's been doing then? I knew people were stocking up on food, but they've actually been buying freezers.
Yes, I've been trying to get one since February. We used to have one years ago, but it broke down and we just didn't worry about getting another one until everything hit. And I was in Sam's Club yesterday. Matter of fact, y'all see that in the vlog soon. And they had 5 freezers left. 5.
Wow. So people are stocking up on. Are they buying like a lot of, say, frozen meats and veggies and things like that then?
Yeah. There was the freezer section was pretty much wiped out as far as like fruits and vegetables and things. As far as paper towels, they started limiting them again to 1. Also, the water hasn't been limited yet, but I know beforehand it was only limited to like 2, I think. So people are kind of stocking up on the water. What else did I see? Yesterday, there was no toilet paper or paper towels.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? It really is. Bianca's got to go feeding Nori. Nice talking to you ladies and hearing your answers. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much for coming on, Bianca. Really appreciate it. Yasmin saying, I just hope the panic buying doesn't start up again. I know, I was saying to Ryan, it must be really, like, especially like I was saying, when it was over the summer, when people was queuing up outside supermarkets, but I couldn't imagine, say, if it's raining and it's snowing and it's -5 or something and people's having to queue up outside supermarkets. It's no joke, is it?
Right. It is. It's something. It's quite, like I said, we're still trying to replenish from it, and we haven't. Like some states have been doing fine, but our state, at least my area and like some of the surrounding cities, nope.
Yeah.
It's something.
And Jessica is saying here in the UK, they've started panic buying by her already. So they're only going in the lockdown on 30, but people's going out and stocking up. And Yasmin's saying the queues are a hassle when people go crazy, panic buying. Yeah,
Right.
it's that.
That's what makes it even more.
It's Do you ever like when you're out as well, Kenyetta? Do you feel like when we was on lockdown, it just felt weird when you're out?
Yeah. It's definitely. I would get little panic attacks, y'all. Like I really, and even sometimes now, I still get a little panic attack because I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to, okay, you have to say, Kenyetta, you're going to get groceries. It's okay. You're not going to get it like this, or you're not going to get like that. So I'm like, I'm already overly paranoid as far as like with cleanliness, you know, and things. I've always had hand sanitizer. I've always had baby wipes on me because I just don't like germs. So when this happened, that kind of made it go into overdrive even more. So it's like now I know when I went to go vote, there was people were just sitting there talking like normal, no mask. They were coming up. This one guy was behind me, and he kept coming up close to me. So I would try to scoot up as much as I could to have some type of distance. And I had to turn around and look at him like, dude, back up off of me because I don't appreciate you being that close to me, you know? So I guess he finally got the hint because he started going to the outside of the line and just staying over there. But y'all, they were just like all in my bubble, and I don't like that. So it wasn't cool.
Jessica's saying it's too cold to queue for so long outside. Yeah, I just, the elderly, if they've not got anyone, and say if you've got single mums with the kids waiting outside for ages to go in the shops, it's not nice at all. I'm just, make sure you clear history if you ladies want to run playlists over and overs for hours to stick. I didn't know about that. Did you? Did you know that? Yeah. Yasmin said, plus social distancing, boys can't stand for hours with me just to get into the store. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you're there with your 3 boys having to wait ages to go and get your food shopping. I will play a playlist too, Crystal's saying, for Kenyetta. Oh, nice. And Jay's going to pop on Vlogtober on your laptop. And Elizabeth's going to do it as well. That's awesome.
You guys. Oh, my gosh.
And Jessica said a newborn's crying again, so she's going to have to get going. Thanks so much for coming on, Jessica, and for the questions. And then Jessica Molan's going to spin you on the laptop as well. Oh, that's what it's all about, isn't it? The community coming together. I love that. Yeah, Crystal said that it's so close. It just is. It's just that's it. If everybody plays it,
just push it over.
Right there. Can you imagine? Oh, that'll just be amazing. Plus, it's behind 2 days, so it might be more. I didn't know that. It's behind 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. Thank you for that, Crystal.
So Jessica said that she's got to go and sort out a little madam, but she's so glad that she caught the live. So thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And Ryan saying don't forget. Lauren, Kenyetta answered your questions, but they were more like towards the middle of the video, weren't they? So Lauren Howarth's on, and she said that she's gutted to have missed it. Oh, it's all right, Lauren, but I did ask Kenyetta your questions, and you said that if you don't get the goals, then you roll on to the next month. You were saying, Kenyetta, didn't you?
Yeah. So with your question, Lauren, what I do is I just roll it over into the next month because I know that I'm going to try my best to work on it. You know, I don't stress myself out about it. I don't cry about it. You know, I just roll it on over. And if I get it, I get it. If I don't, it's okay. I had to learn to be okay with that because I was making myself crazy by trying to get so much done and setting these high goals, which I like to do that. But I know that sometimes you just can't reach it, and that's okay. It's all right because you'll get there eventually, you know. So
yeah, definitely. Do you find as well, like I've spoke to Jay about this, and also Ryan, like we can have a list of goals, but then we end up having, you know, obviously with family and everything else, we end up having new goals, and sometimes I forget to celebrate the goals that I've achieved or what I've ticked off the list.
Yes. Yeah, you're so right. And I do that. And I'm like, okay, so since I got this goal of 500 subbies, I'm going to go get me a Starbucks. I'll do something like that for myself. Even if it's by myself, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go get me this cheesecake I want. I'm going to go get me something for myself. And notice I said all food stuff, but that's what I'm going to do,
I love that. That's what I'm like. I think when I hit 1K, I went and got a bubble waffle and I vlogged it and I got a coffee and I was just so happy.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Simple things though, isn't it? I think when you're a mum, it's not like something big and extravagant. It's just like, yeah, get me a drink or get me something to eat.
Right. Exactly. Even the crew, they'll know, like, Mom, I'm going to go get you a Starbucks card, or I'm going to go get you some Skittles or a Snickers. They know I love Snickers and Skittles. So they're like, I'm going to go buy you a Skittles from Dollar Tree. I'm like, thank you, baby. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's so nice, isn't it? And Elizabeth says there's no shopping slots available here for me online groceries, which I'm really surprised at because there's so many supermarkets in the UK and you can literally order usually by 11 on one night and then you can get a slot the day after. So if that's happening over there already, it's not a good sign, is it?
Right. Yeah, I know we can order the night before, but we might have to wait like a few days to actually pick up the order. So so sometimes I have to stay up at like 2 or 3 in the morning just to get an order placed to try to get it that same day. So, but I know it's going to probably change in a few weeks, if not a few days.
Yeah, it's just I just can't get my head around it. It just all seems to be happening so quickly again. And Lauren's saying here that she can't deal with panic buying. And Lauren, how is it where you are? Is there a lot of panic buying, and how is the situation like with the toilet rolls and things like that? Because that was one of the things that was going quickly, wasn't it, in the beginning stages? Everybody stocking up on the toilet rolls.
Right. Oh my God. It was crazy to me. I'm like, you guys, why you need those paper? Come on.
The videos, like the viral videos where people are fighting over, like people having like 50 toilet rolls in the shopping cart and they're fighting over it. It's crazy, isn't it? Hannah's saying it's so hard. Yeah. Roxy says, always supporting you. We got you, Kenyetta, running the playlist.
I appreciate y'all so much. I really do.
And Kenyetta,
awesome,
you will. Yeah.
That is my goal.
Is that your goal by the end of November?
By the end of this month, yes. Yep. That's my goal. Yeah. Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah. And Ginny Justin says hi. Oh, hi. Are you Ginny? I've not told you this, Kenyetta, but I told Ryan and Jay, I was in Tesco's on Friday, and Ginny, who's just come on now, came up to me in Tesco's and said, "You make YouTube videos, don't you?" And I was so
how cool is that? That is so
I was
awesome.
like, "Oh my gosh!" I had this jumper on, and she said, "I recognise your jumper, and I recognise Micah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, no way!" I said, "Did you watch my eBay haul?" I was like, honestly, I was so made up. So I went and told Ryan, and he just looked at me. You know what men are like? They're like, they don't have that same excitement. Right. Yes, I was so happy. So I got to know honestly, I was chuffed a bit. So I met her husband and her little girl as well. So thanks so much for coming on, Ginny. I really appreciate it.
That is so cool. I'm excited for you. It wasn't even me, but I'm like super excited.
That's the thing though, isn't it? We know when you're on YouTube and you say, like, if you talk to people who's not on YouTube, they're just not always going to get that excitement. But like when I told her, she was like, how could you forget to tell me that straight away? Like, oh my word, she started thinking about how she would feel if someone recognized her as well.
Oh my God, that is awesome. I'm super excited about that for you.
Honestly, I was so happy. Yeah. And Ryan's just saying hi to Hannah and Lauren. Anything new in Aldi? Haven't been for a while now. I would love to go to Aldi. I keep seeing all the ladies' halls in America and then over in England, but we don't have an Aldi over here. But I'd love to see a comparison between what you can get in Aldi in the UK and what you can get at Aldi in America. Because was it your video, Kenyetta? Was you in Aldi in one of your Vlogtober videos, or was it Crystal?
Yeah. A few days ago. Yep.
Yeah, because I noticed the floor, like the tiling's really similar, and then like the way that they've set it out is similar as well. But I saw quite a lot of the products look really different. So last December when I was in England, me and Crystal was going to do a collab, and we ended up doing a What's for Dinner one. But I wanted to do an Aldi one, but I ended up coming back over here. So I would so love to see a collab with one of you American ladies, with someone from the UK doing an Aldi. But I suppose with everything that's going on, it's going to be difficult now, isn't it?
A little crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we still can work it out. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope so. And Della Sports, it's all about the process. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
I need to remind myself about that more. I always keep focusing on the next thing, like the 1,000, then monetization, then you know, it's always working towards something else and not enjoying where you've got to sometimes.
That's it. Yeah. Yep. That's so true.
Roxy's saying, treat yourself. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, always food is a treat.
My favorite.
Yeah. Well, Yasmin, my shopping prices have gone up again. Wow.
Ooh.
How can they do that? That is really bad, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty sad.
My husband told me that he has the best apple pie now in Aldi's that he bought in store as my apple pie, and his mum's are better.
Ooh.
I've only been to the range B&M's and Dunelm, but that it wasn't for food shopping, Lauren. That's some stores that we've got over in the UK. Ginny saying hello from the Isle of Man. So so that's Ginny that I was telling you about, who I met in the supermarket. So she lives on the island that I'm on. I've not noticed panic buying today, but we shall see. So I'm glad that it's not started yet where you are. Still, Ellen's still here listening. I actually love British accent hosts, and now I know where to go and learn it. He. I've got my accent's not typical of everybody in the UK. I would say that I've got a very strong northern accent, and I have a bit of quite a bit of slang. But I'd say, I don't know, Jay's definitely got a posher accent than I have.
Oh yeah, hubby loves to listen to y'all all the time. He loves it. Between you and Jay, and I told him about Lauren, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna get my English fixed."
Look, you know what? When Lauren came over to my channel, I was so happy because she lives not that far away from where I'm from, because she's from Lancashire as well. So a lot of the sayings that I say, or on an autumn tag, like it was like we were twins on it. Everything she was saying is what I was like thinking. So like, yeah, it's her accent's really awesome as well. Jay said, "No way. Hello, Jimmy Justin. You made Simone's day on Friday. So sweet of you to say hi to her." Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was down the phone at Jay on the voice note telling her. And Elizabeth saying, "That's amazing." And Ginny said happy too. Does anybody have any more questions? Jay said, "I'm not posh." You've definitely got a more posh accent than I have, Jay, definitely. One of my content is how to speak Filipino language in case you want to learn Filipino language. I wouldn't mind. I would love to learn a new language. We started Spanish, but I'm not like amazing at it. But would you like to? You said before that you know a little bit of Turkish and German and Spanish. Is there any languages that you might like to take up learning in the future, Kenyetta?
I had a really, really good friend, pretty much best friend, and her mom, she was Filipino, half Filipino, half white. So her mom, I know with her, we wouldn't get in trouble a lot, but her mom would get mad, like if she come home late and she'd start talking to us in Filipino, and I was just like, I know this is good, but I'm not sure what's being said. And then like my best friend who's Korean and black, her mom would fuss at us a lot in Korean. We just sit there and take it. So, we knew one word, and I can't remember what it is, but she would say that one word. That's how we knew we were in trouble. So,
oh my gosh.
But yeah.
So Yasmin said food is life. I definitely agree with that. And Elizabeth said that she's, oops, my spring rolls are in the oven, yeeks, and I forgot. I've got to. I think she's saying go. I think you girl playlist is on. Everybody's playing your playlist, which is awesome.
I'm so excited, you guys.
So that's really kind of you for all playing. So hopefully she can get there way before the end of November. That would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
Sorry for your. I'm going to leave the live on both channels, but I need to get going for church. Enjoy the lives. Bye, everyone. Okay. Thanks so much for coming on, Crystal. Well, I can't believe, can you believe that we've been talking for an hour and 35 minutes? It's gone so fast, haven't it? Hasn't it?
It has. I didn't even recognize the time. I'm just focusing on like the questions and stuff.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's been so nice. I'm really, really pleased that everybody, all the ladies that I thought would come on, I'm glad that they came on and that everybody's asked some extra questions. It's been brilliant. So I want to say I really appreciate every one of you for coming on. And Kenyetta, it's been such an honor having you on my channel. You're just such a fantastic, amazing, supportive, lovely person. And I just hope to see you smash them goals on your channel.
Yes, we're gonna all smash the goals, all of us. Yes.
I'm gonna have to update my vision board and put on there that the day that we all get to meet up somewhere and like do a huge collab together in real life. That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh. That would be that's what I envision. I see us all having our vlogging cameras out or our phones vlogging and just be like, you guys, it happened. Oh my God.
We'd have to do all the filming, get that out of the way, and then go in like the spa and then just be like, right, let's leave our phones. Let's just go and chill out now and like relax.
Right.
To know each
girls off the internet, let's hang out and chit chat and talk about life and all that stuff in person,
Definitely. Oh, I would so love that. It'll just be like old friends meeting, like even though we've been meeting for the first time, it'd be like we're old friends just not seeing each other for ages. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that would be amazing. I'm so excited for that to happen one day.
I am definitely. Thank you so much again, Kenyetta. And so anybody who's just popped on now, Raheem's here. If you want to go over to Kenyetta's channel, her channel is called René, and check out her playlist. Let's help her to get over that 4,000 mark. So thanks again, Kenyetta, and bye everybody. Have a good head, and I'll see you when we have Roxy on in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, is it 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye, y'all.